Hi, my name's Janelle and welcome back to Rosery Apparel. Today I'm going to attempt to make an entire outfit in just one day. It's currently Thursday morning and tomorrow Matt and I are going away for the weekend and I kind of want to make a new outfit to take away with us. I saw this outfit on Instagram by Barbara Graves and I just think it is the cutest outfit ever, perfect for autumn. It is currently in Australia where I live. And I actually have two fabrics that I think will be perfect to create this outfit. The first fabric is this adorable floral cord, which I've actually had in my stash for the longest time. As soon as I saw it in Spotlight, I had to pick some up immediately. I think it is just so adorable. And I've kind of just been holding on to it, waiting for the perfect project. And I think a little cord mini skirt like this one in the Instagram would be so adorable out of this fabric. And then I was also kindly gifted this incredible 100% Australian merino wool jersey fabric from A&R Fabrics. It is in the shade Whiskey, which is this perfect golden mustard color, and oh my goodness, it's just so soft and buttery and it's going to make such a nice turtleneck. And I'm so excited to add this to my wardrobe because I wear little turtlenecks and little mock neck tops like this all the time underneath a lot of my dresses in the colder months. And so I think one in this amazing color is just going to be such a good addition to my wardrobe. And just look how perfectly these two fabrics go together. It's literally like they were made for each other. For the skirt, I'm going to be using this vintage style pattern. It's style 2422. The size is a 24-inch waist, which is slightly too small for me. So I'm hoping that if I just make the seam allowance a little bit smaller, it should fit me okay. Last night I had a bit of a read of the instructions, and even though it looks like there's a button closure on the front, it's actually a faux button closure. So I'm actually going to change it up a bit and make it so that the button actually functions properly. And yeah, I just think this fabric is going to make the perfect little mini skirt. For the turtleneck, I'm going to be using the Rise and Fall turtleneck pattern by Paper Cut Patterns. Again, I had a quick read of the instructions last night for this pattern and it looks like it's going to be a really quick make. I'm also going to attempt to make it completely on my overlocker to help speed the process up a little bit as well, and set up my overlocker for a stretch stitch, which is kind of one of the benefits of sewing with an overlocker. It's perfect for stretch fabric like jersey. But yeah, I'm just excited for a super chill, cozy sewing day. It's been a while since I've attempted to make an entire outfit in one day, but it is one of those challenges that I really love. It's currently 10 AM. I've sort of just been having a really slow morning and I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to get it all done today, but if I don't, then I will have a bit of time in the morning to just put some finishing touches on the outfit before we go away. But yeah, it's currently raining and beautifully cozy in here, so I'm excited to get started. Like I said, I'm going to try and use only my overlocker to make this turtleneck, and unfortunately I couldn't find any overlocking thread cones like this in a colour that matched the fabric, so I'm just going to use these spools of thread instead. And overlockers are quite tricky to thread because you have to thread 4 different threads, and don't mind how filthy the inside of my overlocker is, but it's just quite complicated inside there. So a really useful trick that you may not know about if you're new to using overlockers is to tie your new thread onto the old thread, change all the settings to 0, lift the presser foot, and then gently pull on the threads to feed the new threads through the overlocker without having to thread it. Once I'd thread my overlocker with the new threads, I decided to test the stitching on a bit of scrap fabric just to make sure the stitches actually stretched with the fabric and that the tension was correct. At first the stitching was a little bit too loose, so I just changed the differential feed of my machine slightly, which seemed to fix the issue nicely. Then it was time to start stitching the turtleneck together, starting by sewing the back to the front at the shoulders. I then attached the sleeves to the shoulder seam, being very careful not to accidentally run over my pins as I sewed. And then I stitched the rectangle of fabric that will actually make the turtleneck collar into a tube. And just like that, I was already halfway through the entire making process. Next, with wrong sides together, I folded the collar tube in half and pinned and stitched it to the neck edge. I then sewed the sides together, starting at the wrist of the sleeve, and I can't believe how cute this turtleneck is looking so far and how quickly it has come together. So to hem the bottom of the sleeves and the turtleneck, I've actually put a twin needle in my regular sewing machine, and it seems to have done the job nicely. Like, it's not warping or anything. It works really well for stretch stitching because it zigzags at the back, and that way when it's pulled, it kind of stretches with the fabric. So I think that's what I'm going to do to hem the turtleneck. Instead of using my overlocker, I'm just going to use the twin stitch of my sewing machine. This was the first time using the twin needle of my sewing machine, and the stitching worked out perfectly, but the thread constantly kept snapping and breaking, which was super annoying. I think it's because I was using pretty cheap thread that I'd bought specifically to use in my overlocker, and it just meant I had to keep rethreading the double needles, making the whole process take a lot longer than it probably should have. It is finished and it is so adorable. Love the little turtleneck and it fits like a dream. Super, super comfy, and the fabric is just so soft and lovely. I'm also really happy with the hemming. The twin needle stitch worked really well. For some reason my machine didn't love it. The thread snagged quite a lot, which means I had to thread the double needle over and over, which was slightly annoying, but now that it's done, it was so worth it. It just took me a little over an hour to make, which is so quick, and I think if I wasn't filming, I would have easily been able to make it in under an hour. Super happy with it, and I'm so excited to be able to make more turtlenecks in different colors this year. I love this turtleneck so much that I'm actually just going to keep wearing it now and get started on this skirt. The vintage pattern doesn't have pockets, but I would ideally like to add pockets to my skirt. So I'm going to use this pocket template that I shared with my cord mini skirt tutorial. So I'll leave a link to that video below if you'd like to download this free pocket template. And then what I'm going to do is just line it up with the template, and then I will trace and cut along this curved line, which will then hopefully allow me to have some cute little side pockets. The cord skirt I'm talking about is this one here. See how there are these cute little pockets in the side. That is ideally what I'd like to do with this cord skirt. The instructions are just literally one page, so again, I think this will be quite a quick make, hopefully anyway, because I would like to get this whole outfit done by the end of today if I can. So for the vintage pattern, I decided to make the shorter version of the skirt, and because I wanted to keep the pattern intact, I quickly traced out the skirt template pieces. I was then able to finally cut out the pieces in this incredible floral cord fabric. First things first, I stitched the darts onto the wrong sides of the skirt fronts and back, and then place the pocket template pieces onto the skirt fronts and cut along the curve of the pocket. Then with right sides together, I stitched the pocket pieces to the skirt fronts along the curved edge. Next, I clipped the curve and folded the pockets to the wrong side of the skirt and pressed the curved edge. I then also folded and pressed the pocket pieces in half with right sides together, which will then create a perfect little side pocket in the skirt. To finish the pockets, I top stitched along the curved edge and then stitched the raw edge of the pocket closed on the inside of the skirt. I then stitched the newly pocketed skirt fronts to the skirt back along the sides, and then also stitched the skirt fronts together at the centre front, making sure to only baste the top part of the centre front where the zip will go. I then pressed the centre front seam out flat, and then pinned and stitched the zip in place. Once the zip was stitched in place, I then removed the basting stitches with a seam ripper. Okay, the skirt is coming together very, very nicely. I am just having so much fun sewing it because this fabric is just so pretty to look at. So I just attached the zip, which I honestly think these normal trouser and dress zips are way more tricky to put in than invisible zips, but I'm actually pretty happy with how it went. It's pretty much perfectly in there, which honestly never happens for me. And I've also attached the pockets as well, which I just think are such a cute detail. And now it's time to attach the waistband to the top. I've also got this cute little button that I think looks perfect with this fabric. And yeah, so far it's coming together very quickly, almost as quickly as the turtleneck, and loving how it's looking so far. The waistband of this pattern was interestingly curved, which I think will help give the skirt a bit of shape once it's finished, but it actually did make attaching it to the skirt a little bit tricky compared to if it was just a rectangle. I started by stitching the front waistband to the skirt along just one edge, and then with right sides together I attached the back waistband to the front waistband along the non-stitched edge. I then clipped the curve of the waistband and then turned it right side out and pressed the remaining raw edge in by about 1 centimetre. Then to finish off the waistband, I top stitched the entire thing, which also secured the remaining non-stitched edges of the waistband to the skirt. Okay, time for a skirt update. Luckily, it fits me quite good. I was scared it was going to be a bit tight, but no, it fits really nicely actually. So I just need to put a little button here at the front to secure the waistband. And then all that's left to do is hem the skirt. I'm actually going to hem it by a good 10 centimeters or so, just to make it a bit more of a mini length, which I think will look so cute. Like I said at the start, it's like these two fabrics were made for each other. They work so perfectly together. And yeah, I'm excited to get this skirt finished. Then after I'd stitched the buttonhole, which I accidentally forgot to film, I then hand stitched the button in place onto the waistband. I then trimmed the skirt by about 5 centimeters or 2 inches and then hemmed the bottom edge of the skirt to finish it. And the entire outfit is finished. I am so happy with it. The skirt fits like a glove. I'm so impressed. And obviously I'm obsessed with the turtleneck as well. And the two together is just such an adorable outfit. Super impressed that I managed to get it done in like under 5 hours as well. They were both so quick and easy to make. I'm so excited to wear both of these all autumn and winter long. Let me put in some proper shots of me wearing these now so you can get a good look at them. I honestly don't think I have ever had such a successful sewing day. Like, barely anything went wrong and it was all very smooth and easy, which definitely makes the whole process a little bit quicker and a lot more enjoyable. I'm in love with both items separately as well. I can see myself pairing each one with so many other things I've already got in my wardrobe, which is great. And yeah, honestly, this outfit has turned out even better than I thought it would. I knew the fabrics went well together, but I just think this turtleneck with a cute cord floral mini skirt like this is just the perfect pairing. Throughout making these items today, I've also been sharing a few behind the scenes sneak peeks over on Instagram. So if you'd like to see little sneak peeks before the videos go live, then be sure to come follow me at Rosery Apparel over on Instagram. And if you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to me if you could give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more sewing videos like this one. Thanks so much for watching until the very end, and I'll see you in the next video.